yeah. So there's chance I might find out something about bearing my behind bearing conduction and elements of native circuitry. But if there was any time or passage for melancholy, it might be quite refreshing, because been putting in some hard yards to rediscover who my natural primary existence actually is, and I used to quite enjoy being a little melancholy. It's a pretty silly rational expectation that if you were involved in any kind of cover-up or massive conspiracy based on a block of cheese being head for violence manager, and the strategy isn't so much covert surveillance, but just to fucking piss you off enough to contraspect the fact that if they did ever get the military involved, eventually the military would get drug fucked up enough on smack to leak their brain out there, somewhere where they take their shit out their left heel bone. That they will actually find that, well, that's exactly what was necessary to piss the guy off enough to prove that, yeah, it was justified to get military surveillance to piss him off enough that that we would get pissed off enough if you found it quite soothing to get a little melancholy for a moment. It was a bit annoying to wonder why. And it's kind of like, no, we cannot have any private conversation with a divinity or deities of any kind. We're alone. He's like, oh, hang on, but the main point was I was making a coffee, and I wanted to clarify something. Sorry, I can't turn the light on because obviously the block of cheese will try and come and find a way to gesture in my mind, reflecting of an inanimate object such as a lamp, that in my mind the lamp will be begrieved by how fucking cluttered, revolting, perverted scum of filth the block of cheese actually is. So we might have to find some alternate arrangement if we want any lighting accessories that the block of cheese next door won't try and find a way to prove that there's a young lady that hasn't quite entered the realm of promiscuity for the rest of her life and be a fucking tool of torment of the patriarch society. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the torch on. So we've got a lovely torch that was the best colour I could find at the time, where the original make of these was a nice pink one. I didn't necessarily agree with the manufacturing of it, that never mind, but it worked, and I got new batteries for it. So if you see here, we've got a stovetop. Sorry, something really weird happening that I'm eating quite a lot of nutritional balancing food, including a lot of coffee at times, and I really enjoyed what I had this morning. So what I'm going to do now, you probably can't see because I'm trying to hold the torch there. I'm pouring a little bit of water in there, and I forgot to boil the kettle. Oh, doopsie daisies. But that's going to heat up because it's on number 5, and that's filthy. I'm going to clean it in a minute. I just realised something. Oh, and I need to put some water in the kettle, and I haven't filled my jug and I almost broke my glass. So the military surveillance will be really happy now that they might actually find that there's video evidence that it's a little bit of a clumsy clock sometimes. It might have broke one of the last 3 of his you might get a counterfeit frenzy that is nice. What do you call that? Crystal kind. He won a prize of his 6 nice glasses that he wasn't allowed to use until he grew up. He's broken at least 2.5 of them. One was chipped. He's not sure what happened. But anyway, we've got a little bit. Well, the main point is we've got a little bit of water there. So when it heats up, we'll put enough coffee in it this time so we can enjoy it better. So we put some coffee, never mind the ingredient. Okay, not breaking any law here, but you could be if the coffee didn't really go with it and you didn't enjoy it and you're that silly that you kept doing it that way. Like if you think you're having a coffee shop and you soak your coffee beans in feces and shit to make what you think would be better because you're a necro, and they like the idea of their paradise in the sewage system if the guy who had to make it better enough to deal with fucking necro shitting out their armpits and fucking the sewage system and cause it, if that's even real, how blaming him and getting fucking pissing him off enough to see if he can sit there. That was too long ago because it's too late. I'm sure he would have wanted to leave. Oh, there's nice enough. So the military might have almost won there. They used some nuclear weapons to, so he tipsy-topped his torch and it fell over. And set off another nuclear weapon and probably found a block of chocolate that isn't fucking rancid with acid. There goes his torch again. Okay, so we're not sure about that. We're just having a little joke. See, that's heating up and we're going to make sure the coffee beans are crushed. The problem is that you can't use the espresso pot thing. I don't have one anymore. Because if you use, you can't, it wouldn't work. And the coffee would be angry too, and so would I. And it'll take like half an hour to have a coffee every morning. But I used to like the Greek style coffee, a softer bean, and it goes pulverized. There's some brands they mix it with other nutritional slaughtering shit that will make you probably vomit in the first couple until you get used to it and you think it's alright and you have the real shit and it's better. But I don't get that anymore. But what happened was, I had a dodgy cheap mortar and pestle. I used to use it to crush up some resins and things to mix with the dodgy shit they put in the white sage, and I used to put a little resin in my smudging sessions, and I kind of like that. It was a little bit tricky when I was a bit dumb about how I got it started with a flame, and sort of like, oh, maybe the 50 to 800th go I'll get it going. So what I found was that I had no idea where I was going then for a split second, but back to the mortar and pestle, I was like, I've run out of coffee. I don't use Greek, Middle Eastern style coffee anymore. But I've got pots, I've got two, and get this, I can't remember what I was going to say again, but check it out. So that's heated up, and he's got his pulverised coffee here, that's not too bad. How are you this evening? Yes, I'm not sure actually because it hasn't started yet. They might get a wing over him. He's too fucking naive and stupid to really gesture how fucking commentary on how fucking junky the nuts are. It's none of my business what they're doing, really. It's not in my best interest. Okay, so we're almost ready. I reckon it's polarising. If I've got some floaty big chunks in there, I'm going to be alright. It depends, okay? But if you really want to have a coffee sometime, I don't know about your preferences and what you put in it, but I have my own style preferences that I find quite. But it would be nice if we could find a nice light that the neighbour won't try and seduce into making the guy vomit back through them in their wrath fire forever, and I'll quadruple every fucking motion and try to even gesture or even think or look at it, and supposedly everyone knows, and the young girls are giving up on the fact that they're even girls and have a esteem for their lives and what they want to do with it, and I target the guy that supposedly had nothing to do with the conspection of female and trying to tell him like 4.5 years ago, actually that fucking shit is impossible. Well, you'll find out later, and there's probably a lot more to go on. There, look at that. There's a little bit of water. That's already bubbling and sizzling. That might actually mean that if I give that a little stir now, I can smell that it's pretty good now, but there's not enough water in it. Technically, I might need to filter it. I can filter it if I'm that fucking cluttered piece of shit and kind of mangulated my energy levels there. I can't be fucked like doing it. Wait, that's fucking too hot. I told you it needs to be on number 4. I'm going to take that off for a second, because one way I found a long time ago, because the story was funny, that I refused a kilo bag of coffee at a coffee shop because it was beans, and it's like, no, I need grind. Can I get a kilogram of the grind? Okay, I went boom, 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 went somewhere else and I found beans. I took it over the beans, so I got my mortar and pestle, the dodgy one. It sort of works, as you can tell, because I've got that there, and that's pretty much, the coffee is happy enough that once I put a bit more water in it, I preferably hot water. If I had water ready previously, which I don't right now, I believe. Let's just check this for a second. No, we're not actually. We're gonna just fucking see if there's enough little dribbles of water, which is not. Check the kettle, which is probably not. Say the there's heaps of water in the kettle, but he forgot to boil it, but he wasn't sure if the neighbour would think it's a washing machine or a weapon of mass destruction. It's the kettle. Something to do with the power points. When you plug it in, you can actually check through certain kinds of gear that supposedly everyone knows about it, and the champions know about it. So that's enough water, I reckon, for this time. Actually, no, I'm getting a sense that I'm going to put a little bit more in, but because I didn't boil the kettle, the kettle will be happier if I put more water in it each time I boil it, instead of like a dribble drabble. And it's like, stop stressing out your kettle, and like, stop trying to fucking strategize with fucking everything up to piss. You're not pissing him up enough. There's something kooky wrong about him. Like, please forgive me. Like, forgive me for being an obnoxious bigot. When was that? It's like, fuck this shit. Can't have a private kind of interaction. Where's shit at? I'm just gonna go melancholy for a little minute, and it's like, nah, why the fuck am I that dumb? And it's like, nah, it's just the fancy world of surveillance. Oh, whoopsie toe, you just kind of gestured your nice candle holding, you called to some Bulgarian, the block of cheese runs over thinking you got a young girl there, and you get on the radio and you reference to I gotta be careful. Like, I made a few gestures. Technically, we're working on it. Yeah. There's something really nasty one I made about. Okay, say that. Which one first? Should I ask the block of cheese which one I should go for first? No, we won't do that, because there's 2 things. Okay, I can't remember the first one, but there was a guy we were calling Jack Pepper 450 billion years ago with the lovely it's a word that they might have changed in more recent times to mean something that might potentially be considered a definition of something. Clear pussy. Will it be clear pussy? Well, that's a bit rude of me. Please forgive me. Because the concept in my mind, it is meant to, like, it's reverse. She'll understand. It's like the jail. No, I'm not going to talk about that, because they tried to trick the guy that he realised there was a young girl's corpse in the pavement. Everyone walking over it, and they were trying to freak him out. And her real name was Kelly Clarkson. That was her actual name. She was the real one. And they just got a victim of some fucking dodgy necros. I don't know what. I don't think it was a coincidence. The point I was making earlier off the subject is that when I first started making the grind with the porter and methyl into mortar pestle, okay, see, that's gone too hot. criminal offence. The coffee's going to assassinate and go to wrath fire forever for boiling it if I don't enjoy it the right way they designed for the, yeah. If it was even what it used to be according to 2,500 years ago. Too many people were too successful according to the necros that rather everyone just diminish their fucking brains out enjoying the rest of the circus in Wrathfire. No, wait a minute. I can't suspect I'm missing something there. I said something wrong, so I'm just working on it. Maybe I feel a bit more melancholy later over it and not really know why I'm a bit smart enough not to suggest it. Invisible law, friends, are beyond any conception of yours. Deity, I find it dignitary, man. It means kind of set in how you are and feeling pretty fucking good about it. Dignity. Depends. Maybe you have to redeem some self-contraspect and not realise I'm pissing some guy off because you already started pissing him off with it. Okay. The point was more in pestle. I crushed it up first few times. Had a bit of like sandalwood, maybe some frankincense resin on. That's not the point. But by the time I had the throat, but I didn't really letting it cool off and reheating it was fantastic. But now what I do is I put a little bit of water in, do that, and then put a bit extra water in, and makes a nice coffee. When I was doing it with a big jug and I put the coffee in and I let it cool off and then reheat it, it tasted a lot like a good espresso coffee you get from a cafeteria, which is better than the ones you get in the pot anyway, so it worked out alright, no big deal. Yeah, now I don't mind Jack Pepper because that wasn't his real name. But pretty thin, you have like some dent marks and blocks of cheese, reckon they're Jack Pepper. Because they had the pretty young girlfriend who had to trick him that she was in the pavement and they had someone, which is not good, but I was just explaining that I made some really impolite comments about the orderly dignitaries that really want to join forces with the fucking class shit. They'll terrify them, the fucking chaos, World War chaos of how shit in nature turns to fucking shit when you fucking want to introduce the idea that female crime is just subservient, kind of promiscuous fucking slut, and if you're not, you get murdered, and if any decent boys come, wait, where's the boy come into it? Not necessarily, and I think it's full of shit. What happens? If they're designed like Cleopatra, then they might get targeted, and at the same time, if Jack Pepper was kind of like, she saw Jack Pepper, Luke Schernsey was supposedly Jack Pepper, she knew probably more than Jack Pepper was Luke Schernsey. Luke Schernsey was fixing the sewage system. Jack Pepper's doing some other shit. Doesn't fucking matter. They had to take the scorpion vinyls, the compact vinyls. It is important, apparently, the blue and gold, blue, black and gold. Like these ones are kind of almost rainbow or silver and green and purple. But they had to take them off because it was too dangerous. The kind of shit they're planning to do. That she already know about what they plan to do to Cleopatra, and it got so much worse. It's not Jack Pepper's fault that once they saw her with her 5-minute engagement with inevitable hooking up with Jack Pepper in a way that they got a little bit carried away 450 billion years ago. And the problem is these junky nutcases, demented, club fuckers are still not over it. If there's a pretty young girl designed a certain way, then hang on, wait a second, I'm trying to drop that because I just made a coffee. See, I don't think the coffee will mind talking about it, but I do want to take into consideration the shit like making like fucking frantic comments about necrophiles humping the pavement, about the young lady involved. I don't give a fucking shit about the club who wanted to name herself after that, because no, That's just fucking bullshit. That's not, I'll take that up on the mind. I don't need to jext you to a fucking candle or ask some invisible entity, life force, someone beyond the reaches, beyond any conceivable notion, and have no idea. At the same time, that shit, shit, you might find it dignify how miserable everything is. Like, why is this dragging on so long? Like, it's redemption and pray for forgiveness myself. Do you reckon you got a moment in privacy? Do you reckon if I ever pray someone else will finish it off? Do you reckon you reverse all the manuscripts in the fridge will figure out how all the other clutterfuckers can counterfeit making a genuine prayer in a way that just fucking snorty glories that all the male pedophiles will come up and figure out a way they can go and find all the corpses in the pavement you're walking over, or the pavement fucking cement is kind of just cluttered fucking strips and shreds of corpses and shit. I'm not too sure about that as well. What else is in it? Like peanut butter, I suppose if you fucking injected peanut butter and shit, I don't fucking know. I'm having a coffee. Coffee's fine with thanks. I hung out with too many fucking pagan hippies in my time. It's bullshit. No, but I didn't. I read some good books on stuff. That's probably most what I've ever say. Oh, hang on, I'm going to have a coffee. I don't think I need to, well I do, it might be interesting how you pour coffee. And you go for your life. No, you can fucking go wrath by hell. If you want to counter infringe the fact that I put a video up now of making a coffee like that, you shred the shit out of the fact you put a little bit of water and it's just fucking rational. Who gives a fuck? Go to a coffee and have one in the real machine. Go to Bunnings or JB Hi-Fi and buy a fucking espresso machine and do it that way. Get the fuck over your obsessions with classy feelings. He's over a pretty girl 4.5 billion years ago. 450 billion years ago, you fucking nutcases. That's pretty much it, isn't it? That's pretty much, as far as I can tell, it's one aspect of reality, the fact of the matter. And your fucking block of cheese might want to join in soon. Is that it? I'm pretty sure that might be it. Is that it? He had enough issues before he landed back down here anyway, and he landed back down here before down here even fucking existed. Okay, we won't make it impolite fucking checks just about how fucking stupid the whole fucking shit is.